Hey, what's going on, my fellow collectors? Today I'm looking at the Aliens vs Predator NECA Serpent Hunter action figure. So very cool. Starting off with the packaging, it's what we've seen with the other few figures in the line. You get the big open window, you get Aliens vs Predator, get a little picture of the figure here. Serpent Hunter, 30 points of articulation, dual wrist blades, swords, and shuriken. On the back of the packaging, we get the other two figures in the wave, which I've done reviews on already. So I got all three of them here. You get a little bit of a bio and a read up there. Let's see if I can get that in focus. Cool artwork. You get NECA real toys. So I mean, that's basically the packaging. And the figure, which once again, NECA just kills it with these Alien vs Predator figures. Very, very cool figures. I'm definitely glad to have all of them. It's basically the same body, and you do get, you know, some added details, but it's basically the same exact body, different paint, different sculpt, different heads, of course. As far as accessories for this guy, you get the standard backpack, which does look really nice. It's got nice sculpting all over it, really nice colors and wash on it, and kind of weather look to it, gunmetals and stuff like that. Very cool. It does have some articulation in this blaster, even though, like a lot of my other ones, it's kind of sad how it's just very, very loose right there. And of course, this does hinge up. This hinges back and forth like that. It does hinge right there as well, and then it kind of ports into this, and it can slide up and down on that track, on that line right there. Of course, now I can't get it back in there. But yeah, very, very cool accessory. You also get this cool little dagger looking thing, which is very nice. Nice paint, nice colors. You get a little bit of detail down here. Very cool. And there is a spot on the figure right here at his boot that this does go into. Very cool. You get this badass looking thing, which is again nice paint, nice sculpt on it, very cool looking. There is no place for him to really put this on him, but still a very cool piece. You get the two fist hands that come on him, and then you also get gripping hands. But I mean, look at the detail in these things. It's ridiculous. Crazy, crazy paint and sculpt, and just the way they look in the fingernails and everything. Very cool. So let's take the backpack. As you can see here, it has a port here and a port here, like a little peg that sticks out. On the back of the figure, you see the two slots, and that just kind of ports into his back like that, as you see. And again, it's going to limit some of the articulation in the head, but it's still very cool and looks good on the figure. So let's take a closer look at this Predator and look at this awesome head sculpt. Look at that. I tell you, like, it's just so cool what NECA does. I love it. But you get a very, very nice paint and kind of wash throughout the mask. You get nice detailing there on the front. Look at all that crazy detail on that. Very, very nice with the teeth right there and everything. And of course, you get the dreads, which again are all individually sculpted and painted. And of course, they're like a soft material, so they get out of the way. You get these two little wires here, which I'm not really sure where they go. I've just been kind of tucking them back up in here. But I mean, just absolutely incredible. Then of course, we got the same body, but we get it, you know, this little piece right here, which again is just in that really dark, you know, washed material. Very, very nice. Very cool. You do get a necklace, which I guess could be considered an accessory. But you get that little necklace, got all those little bones on it and everything. Again, you get these little like armbands that have bones and different things all over it. It's just so crazy cool. You get these. Does this one open? one of these opens. Maybe it's the other side. Oh yeah, it's the other side that opens. But this side of his arm, you get these blades which are retractable. They come in and out. Very cool. Looking again at the front, get this belt, and you get all these other, you know, pieces hanging off which are soft, but just crazy. You know, the sculpt and paint and detail in these things are just absolutely amazing. Just so cool. Coming down to the bottom of the figure, you got the boots, you got that little, you know, port there for his dagger knife thing. Very, very cool sculpt and paint on the boots. Again, down on the feet. Just so, so nice. Then coming up the back of the figure, again, just the sculpt and paint everywhere. Once again, I mean, it's just all over the place on this figure. Again, some of this stuff is soft, so it gets out of the way of articulation. Got some more parts on the belt there. And here's the other arm that I didn't show yet. It's kind of the same as the other arm, the other side, as far as this band and this little piece right here. But this part does open up, and you even get some red paint in there, which is really cool. A really nice little detail all throughout this figure, as always. Now, as far as articulation, of course, you do get that ball at the neck. So I mean, you get a tiny little bit of up and down. Of course, you get full rotation side to side. It kind of turns as it, you know, it kind of turns down this way, but you get a little bit of up, a little bit of down. You get full rotation. You get a little bit of tilt on that ball. I mean, it's not much, but it's a tiny little bit. The arms do come out, or do come up pretty much horizontal. It's a really nice range with the arm. Of course, that will spin all the way around. You do get a bicep swivel in there. Double jointed elbow, which comes up really nice and looks nice. I mean, they continue the sculpt on all the joints on these, so it's really nice. The hands do rotate. They're on a ball, so I mean, you can kind of bend them up and down any direction you want, all the way around with the hands. You do get this cut in the torso, so that gives you side to side pivot. It gives you turn. It gives you a little bit of back, gives you some forward, and then again you get the same movement at the waist. So you can get, you know, rotation. You can get a little bit forward and back, get a little bit of pivot, but a majority of it is coming from this upper part. But with both of them together, you can put it, you know, arc it back quite a bit, arc it forward about that much. And with the legs, like the other ones, maybe he won't do the splits. He probably could do the splits, but I think it's all this stuff restricting it, even though it is soft. But you can get his legs out about that much. Kick forward about that much. Kick back about that much. Mine's a little loose, so it just wants to kind of go right back. You do get a rotation at the thigh. That one's a little stuck. Both of mine are stuck, but I know that there's rotation on that. You get double jointed knees, which look really good. I mean, look at that. They continue to sculpt all the way throughout the knee, so it looks really good. You do get a twist down at the lower part, or at the knee, so you do get rotation there. And as far as the feet, you don't get a lot of range out of the feet. You get a little bit back, you get a little bit forward, you get a little bit of pivot side to side. So you kind of get all around movement on that foot. So I mean, yeah, just once again, NECA, just very impressive figure for the price point. Very, very cool. And he is the same, actually he's a little bit over 8 inches. So he's a little bit on the tall side for the NECA scale, but very nice figure, very cool. I'm definitely glad to have all 3 in this series. And let me get you a comparison of all the other ones together. Okay, so there's a good side-by-side comparison Of all the Alien vs Predator figures that I own, which are these four, all four are just absolutely beautiful figures. Highly recommend them. They're at that like $24 price range, $25 price range. You can't beat that for what you are getting. But you got the young blood Predator, you got the Serpent Predator here, you got the Elder Predator, and then this is the original Jungle Hunter Predator. So very, very cool. There's a size comparison of all of them. And since I got Logan here, this is what he looks like kind of with your shorter size Marvel Legends. And with a standard Marvel Legends, there's Cyclops, since I got him lying around as well. So it gives you a little bit of a comparison on what he's going to look like on the shelf compared to some of your other stuff. But yeah, guys, again, that's the Alien vs Predator NECA Serpent Hunter. Very, very cool figure. Definitely worth it. I mean, if you see him, pick him up. He's going to make a great addition to your collection. He's going to look great on the shelf. And that is the review, guys. And I will see you guys on the next figure review. Take care.